was hat mit dir getroffen? I'm an opera singer. I do opera. I did opera, and I became a Jew. And I was looking for something that would combine what I do and who I am.
Rebellion, Rebellion, was ist? Es ist nicht doch kein Fleisch auf Schabes, es wird sein. Lekovet Schabes Bim, Lekovet Schabes Bam, Lekovet dem heiligen Bim Bam, Lekovet Schabes Bim, Lekovet Schabes Bam, Lekovet dem heiligen Schabes. Na 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 yam bam biri biri bam, na 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 yam bam biri biri bam, na 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 yam bam, na na yam bam, bam yam bam biri bam.
I had a lifelong interest in Judaism ever since I was a small child, about 8, because I grew up in a relatively religious family, and Christian family, yes, and there was priority that was placed on being literate in general, but being especially literate in the Bible. So by the time I was about 10, I had pretty much read everything that comprised the Jewish scriptures, and I knew them very well. I had people in the Bible who I felt very close to, and people who I was like, okay, if I was in that situation, I would do this. I mean, I did a lot of thinking and living around the Bible.
Was hat mit dir getroffen? A long way from home. Sieh, du bringst daheim noch deine Tate, Mame. It's, I don't know, there's something about Yiddish music that's managed to shore up a lot of feelings for me. I feel a real connection to it. More than any other music that I've ever sung. It's like, at this moment, it's like my primary source of personal expression, which is very unusual.
And Paul Robeson share a similar timbre, I guess the timbre that basses had in that particular period. Much warmer sound, not as muscular. You know it when you hear it.
I listened to Cedar Belarski's entire discography and picked out the songs that I loved, and then started tracking down the music. And luckily for me, he published a book of 77 songs, so I kind of had my pick. So after I did that, it was on to stalking people who had ever done anything with or about Cedar Belarski, and that was fun thanks to the internet. Cold calling people and being like, hey, I'm a singer, I'm a black guy, I want to sing in Yiddish, what do you think? Like, but it worked. I finally found someone who was familiar with the repertoire, and I had my first performance in January of this year, and here I am. Und vorgefallen ist der Spritz von unser Blut. Spritzen wird durch uns geworden, unser Mut. Es wird die Morgensonne begeben uns dem Haar.
And I asked for Yom Kippur off, and she said, absolutely not. And I said, but it's like the biggest day of the Jewish year. And she said, you know what, you're not even a Jew. All right, so at that point, technically I wasn't a Jew, but I had been practicing for 3 or 4 years by that point, you know, Shabbat, holidays, the whole deal. So that was it. I said, I never want someone to tell me that again. I never want someone to say you can't go to Yom Kippur services because you're not a Jew. So as soon as I was able to do it, I walked straight. I went to a shul that was in walking distance from my house, because I knew that if it was in walking distance from my house, I would get it done. Every week I met with the rabbi, and it was like, it was done.
Men wird noch unser Reus gedenkter Show. Es wird der Beut und unser Trott, wir sind in